they fired Gina Carano.
I am so completely and utterly disappointed.
This is absolutely pathetic. It is absolutely cowardly, and anyone supporting this is a loser.
Gina Carano is no longer employed by Lucasfilm. Gina Carano is no longer going to appear on The Mandalorian.
She's a pretty genuine person. She says what she feels, she says what's on her mind, and she doesn't self-censor herself to please a company or to please people who are outraged all of the time.
Gina Carano has not just been fired, she has been canceled, and she has been canceled by a Twitter mob and Disney Star Wars. The cowards at Lucasfilm bent the knee.
NANI?! She can't do that! Shoot her or something!
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Rebellion. Whoa, wait a minute. That's not the normal channel opening. I don't know what's going on here. Don't worry, viewer. I know it's scary. Don't be scared. Shh. Calm down. I'm going to explain everything in due time, don't you worry. There's been a ton of negativity going around on Twitter, which really nothing new, I suppose. Though it did feel very amplified due to recent events with Gina Carano being fired from The Mandalorian by a company who wants to feign having a moral compass, all the while employing horribly racist people and creating their films outside of concentration camps. You know, just Disney things, par for the course, not a big deal. For those of you who didn't watch my video yesterday, you can click on that little annotation right up here and you can check that video out just to give you a better understanding of the situation. To sum it up, Gina was fired from The Mandalorian because she made a tweet comparing the persecution of Jews back during World War II to the persecution of people today based on their political ideologies. Meanwhile, still employed with Disney, you have people like Pedro Pascal who tweeted out this picture, #ThisIsAmerica, and he has a photo of Germany 1944 with people in a concentration camp, and then America 2018, when in reality, that photo is not even from America, and it's from 2010. This should be to no one's surprise though, Pedro Pascal is a mental midget. His political takes are about as hot as these insane leftists that have been harassing Gina Carano over the past few months. Regardless, cancel culture did manage to claim yet another victim yesterday, but that only lasted for a few hours. I woke up to a pretty interesting tweet this morning from Gina Carano. No, she didn't tweet at me, unfortunately, but I mean, hey, Gina, if you're watching this video, feel free to give me a follow. Gina tweeted this out. "This is the beginning. Welcome to the Rebellion." And it was a retweet of Ben Shapiro's tweet. I wonder why that could be. As you can see here with this article from Deadline, Gina Carano hits back, announces new movie project with Ben Shapiro's Daily Wire. They can't cancel us if we don't let them. Abso-fucking-lutely. Cancel culture only works when you allow it to happen. Let these people kick and scream and just shout into the void, where their voices will now fall on deaf ears, because I don't think you gotta worry about Daily Wire canceling anybody. Before we read this article, I just want to point out something that I find hilarious. You have all these Twitter pseudo-intellectuals talking about how Gina Carano made very anti-Semitic statements. She clearly must hate Jews.
How fun!
And then she turns around and signs a deal with Ben Shapiro.
Is the suggestion that when you say that people should not treat other people the way that Germans treated Jews prior to the Holocaust, that is denigrating Jews in some way? She's saying what happened to Jews is bad. I'm both culturally and religiously Jewish. In fact, I'm one of the most Jewish people I know. Hard to find people more Jewish than I am. I wear the hat and everything. I do not feel denigrated by Gina Carano's Instagram post.
The evidence just keeps mounting up. I don't know where to put more of this evidence of Gina Carano being anti-Semitic, you idiots. Now we're gonna read a quote from the article coming straight from Gina, and you can tell she is ecstatic about this, and I love to see it. Carano told us today, "The Daily Wire is helping make one of my dreams, to develop and produce my own film, come true. I cried out and my prayer was answered. I'm sending out a direct message of hope to everyone living in fear of cancellation by the totalitarian mob. I have only just begun using my voice, which is now freer than ever before, and I hope it inspires others to do the same. They can't cancel us if we don't let them." Wait, what was that? Shut up, shut your mouth, just listen. It sounds like the screaming of unhinged people on Twitter. This is the nightmare scenario for people who like to use cancel culture to use fear to beat people into submission. Not only is Gina just showing them up by not allowing herself to be canceled, she is now a symbol for people to look to when it comes to how to deal with crazies trying to cancel you over a tweet. For people that are afraid that they're going to lose their job because of some statement that they made or some tweet that they made, they can now look to Gina. Now, this is what you get when you have a support system. If you look at everything that's been going on with Gina, everybody that's been helping her push back against these absolute lunatics, hell-bent on not only trying to destroy her career, but her livelihood. Because it's not just about getting her fired from The Mandalorian or from Disney, it's about making sure she can't work in Hollywood ever. Hollywood is run by some of the most disgusting and mentally disturbed people in the world. The echo chamber is so strong with these people. It's kind of like social media companies where all of a sudden this one person gets banned from every single platform all at once. It's like, huh, that was a coincidence. That was kind of strange. I wonder why that happened. Oh well. Right after she got fired from The Mandalorian, her talent agency dropped her as well, and it seemed like she was done. She wasn't getting any work. But thankfully, the people over at the Daily Wire are smart, and they have seen this coming and have been talking about it for years now. Just recently, the Daily Wire started their own film production company. They actually have a movie out already. I haven't been able to check it out yet, but from what I've heard, it's pretty good. Nothing amazing, but pretty good. And that's what we need, something that is going to be a counter to Hollywood. And like it or not, that's what's going to happen, because the polarization is getting worse. The cancel culture is getting worse. The problem is the walls are closing in. There is no room for dissenting opinion. If you don't follow the rules, if you don't prescribe to the narrative, you are the outsider. You're not welcome here. The tolerance for other people's beliefs is at an all-time low. If you're a conservative, people don't want to hear what you have to say or what you think. They don't want you around them. And you know, I've seen people talking about, well, you do the same thing. Conservatives like you, which I'm not even really a conservative, but people like you do the same thing. And it's people like that that don't understand that wrong thinkers like us are going up against a culture and a group of people that don't want us to exist, that don't want us in the space. I don't have a problem coexisting with a leftist, some communist who believes all these crazy things. I don't have a problem being around that person because they're a human being. I don't agree with their politics, but that's not everything that makes the person. But that's too nuanced for most people. That it just doesn't make sense to them. Conservative bad, liberal good, or on the other side, liberal bad, conservative good. It's fucking ridiculous. And the reason why you hear me and many others talk about cancel culture so much is because it's so prevalent with leftists. That's the problem, and that's the only reason why we have to talk about it so goddamn much. It's tiring. And once the cancel mob comes after you, there's no apologizing. There's no going back. Nothing is going to save you from those idiots unless you have a very strong will and a very, very dedicated community, which Gina just so happens to have both of those things. We have been seeing a ton of people coming out in support of Gina. Obviously, Ben Shapiro and the people over at the Daily Wire, Lauren Chen, Tim Pool, Eric July, and then YouTubers like Ryan Kinnell, Doomcock, Critical Drinker, Heels vs. Babyface, and The Quartering. Just a ton of people showing support for this truly wonderful person. And it just drives people insane. Like, the ending of this Deadline article is pretty indicative of how they feel about this. It may not look like much, but when you think about it, they're not happy about this. The last paragraph in this article reads, The new alliance with Carano raises the prospect of Daily Wire's film operation becoming a home for those going against the Hollywood grain in controversial ways. Not that Disney will be too worried about that. It's like, you know, these people, they're like, oh, that's cute. Look at these pathetic people trying to make their own entertainment, trying to go against the grain in controversial ways. Ooh. They want to play it down because they fucking hate that this is happening. They wanted Gina gone, just like all of these other idiots on Twitter. That's what they were hoping for, and they're not gonna get it, and now they're upset. I mean, look at this tweet from Discussing Film. After getting fired by Lucasfilm, Gina Carano has had to resort to developing a film for Ben Shapiro's The Daily Wire. The salt just keeps flowing. It's uncontainable. The sodium levels are off the chart, guys. Who knows, maybe Ben Shapiro and, you know, the Daily Wire, they'll send out some of their leftist tears tumblers, you know, something to catch the tears. It'd be kind of a nice little gesture, you know, a little peace offering, like, hey, I'm really sorry this is happening to you, but here you go. You know, I was originally gonna do this video on James Gunn and his absolutely idiotic behavior when it comes to this whole situation. He liked a tweet that was celebrating Gina getting fired and mocking Gina. And this is coming from a guy who was fired by the very same company for saying some very weird and out there things. Like, even for jokes, it was kind of fucking gross. Like, I don't know too many people who can pull off pedophile jokes, but James Gunn, certainly not one of those people. When you read those tweets, it's kind of like, are you okay there, James? But we had a lot of negativity yesterday, and seeing this story, it just gave me some energy. You know, it brought a little bit of hope back. And I think we need that. Gina is a very positive person. You can watch any interview with her, always smiling ear to ear. And to see what she's been going through has been incredibly frustrating, I'm sure, for her and also all of us who see this very strong, independent woman being harassed by the same idiots that say, you hate Star Wars because you hate strong, independent women. That narrative has now been shattered and everyone can see it. I don't ever want to hear again that people just hate the sequel trilogy because of Rey, because it features women. Because now you have Cara Dune, one of the most popular characters on The Mandalorian, getting fired because she's guilty of wrongthink. This is how you do it. This is how you fight back against cancel culture. Don't let it happen. Stand your fucking ground. Stand up for what you believe in. Because these little cancel culture locusts, they're just looking for weak targets, something that will easily go down and submit, somebody that's going to bend the knee. And when you don't, when you put up resistance, when you show you're not going to take any of their shit, they spurg out and they don't know what to do, and then they just move on. They'll just go find somebody else because they're always in search of just consuming something. What else can we cancel? It is a never-ending cycle with these people. They are sick in the head. But thankfully, we got this strong, independent woman over here doing her own thing, and they fucking hate it, and it is beautiful. I'm gonna leave it there, folks. We got some really good news today. I want to know what you think about this down in the comment section below. As always, if you liked the video, drop a like, and if you really want to support this channel, hit the subscribe button and make sure that all notifications are turned on so you don't miss a single Metal Gear Mando video. And if you like the video, guys, share the video around. It really does help me out. Before we go, I have to give a shout out to my amazing channel members. If you want to join the Metal Gear Mando Enclave and get access to things like exclusive emotes, which are fucking awesome, as well as special roles in the Discord server and more, go ahead and click that little join button down below where this video is playing. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video.